Hey all, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are getting ready to answer two very important questions. Number one, is there a way that I can utilize whatever's happening in the market yesterday for today's investment? And what's question number two is, how do I know which coins have surpassed earnings for the daily basis, have increased in gains, or have decreased in their losses? How do I know that? So let's take a look at these two questions. Number one, let's open up this software here so we can look at Kucoin. Under Kucoin, we're going to look at 8 different stocks and see how they did yesterday and how they're favoring out today. And does the information that would have been used for yesterday, would it have helped out today? Number one is, when you're looking at these stocks, you've got to look at the whole picture. If you can't see the whole picture, how do you know what's going to happen? As this pops up here, you can see that Kucoin has, since back in March of 2018, has had a consolidation period pretty much in the 5-ish area, right in there, maybe lower than that, but pretty much somewhere in between the 5 and the 3-ish area. That's where it's been. It's fluctuated, it's gone up and then come back down, it's gone up and come back down. So guess what eventually is going to happen? It's going to spike up just like it did in one of these, and it's going to come back down, most probably. I could be wrong, but that's one of the things that you want to look at. Number two, if you're looking at the day before and seeing if it's worthy investment or not, number one is, I already told you what the price of Kucoin is. And when it was at 315, that was a great time to invest. When it was at 360, that was a great time to invest. Now that it's 390, is it a good time to invest or not? I would say yes, to hold at least to $5, maybe even more than that, but it's going to consolidate between the $3 area, 315-ish area, and the $4 area. Maybe it'll go above that. And we're expecting it to do some more move upward trending. However, if I had to look at this chart even a little bit more, you can see here that it's formed a triple top right there at 390, 399 right there. It's 1, 2, and 3. Will it break this top? I don't think so. So wait for this stock to drop before you jump back in. Are we on a bullish market or a bearish market? Well, the bulls had it the last few days, and now you can see that it's formed a triple top here. It's pretty hard to break that. Another thing that you want to look at is look at the chart on different levels. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart right now, but how about the 4-hour chart? That way you can compare many more days and see the difference. Now you can see that since February 28th of 2021, this is the consolidating path. It did spike up here to the 14s, and then it dropped back. That's what you're going to expect in a lot of these coins. A lot of these coins are not going to maintain their value for very long. Why? Because people cash in. People cash in. They don't always hold for the long term. These can be held for the long term, but as you can see the trend, it's not going to move in an upward rising for every single coin. Bitcoin has been moving upward. That's a different coin. As we can look at it here, you'll see the 4-hour chart. It's popping up right here. And you can see that it's had its share of bag holders right in here. We're just barely at the 40,000 mark. Now let's look at the 15-minute chart and see what that has to tell us. Just give me a second here. Okay, the 15-minute chart doesn't tell me much, but I can see it's somewhat on an upward trend, and I can see it's had at least a double top at 40,000. Will it break that 40,000? If this third time it makes an attempt and it doesn't break, well, if it breaks, maybe that's a good time to go to long. But I don't think this will break it. I think it's going to go back down to somewhere in the 33 to 35,000 area for Bitcoin. Ethereum is most probably on the same path as Bitcoin, and we're going to note it in a moment. Now, how do we look at Ethereum? Number one, you want to look at it longer term so that you can see the difference in the chart and see if there's anything that stands out. Is there anything that stands? Now, this is pretty much on an upward trend. You don't see that it started back where this red line is. It's very faint, but that's where it is. That's at 22.81, that line. And you can see that it's hit one and twice and a third time at 23. And it's most probably is going to break down after that, because if it doesn't go above it, doesn't break out above it, it's going to stay somewhere in that area. It might drop back down even to the 21 or 2000 area, if not a little bit lower than that. It Let's see on the 15-minute chart to see what we can see from the 15-minute chart. It's just showing an upward trend, although the overall market trend doesn't look like it's going to break out above that level. It did hit 2400 on this chart. On the other one, I couldn't see that very well, but I know it hit 2300, and it's pretty much hit 2300 one, two, three, four, five, probably six times. Six times. I don't think it's going to break beyond that. I'd rather wait when it drops at least 10% and then pick up some more. ADA Cardano, it's valued at $1.28. And right now the chart that we're looking at is the daily chart, and the daily chart, 15-minute chart is showing us it's flat. It's flat. Nothing is happening. If we look at the daily chart, now we can see what has come about in reference to ADA Cardano. You can see that it spiked up all the way to 250 from when it was at 14 cents. Now it's at $1.28. What's going to happen? Well, I see that the similar top right here, $1.49, has hit 3, 4, almost 5 times. But we're going to check this chart out. We're going to open it up even closer. Let's look at the 15-minute chart and see if it looks any better. You can still see very similar. It's consolidating in that area. It's not breaking out. And in reference to Cardano, if it were me, I would most probably wait until it hits at closer to $1 before jumping back in. And that is my take on this one. Now, Tron Case, a lot of people have been asking me, especially on Facebook, what do you think of Tron Case? Are you in? What's the story behind it? And so on. Now, I don't know what all the hype is. When that hype happens, there's usually 2 or 3 people who are pumping the coin and want it to burst and want to make money. And then when they get their money, then they sell out and it crashes. Right now, we can see it's had a high of 61 cents here, and here it was at 63 cents. So it's hovering right in there in that resistance level. And at 61, it's hit it 1, 2, 3, about 3 or 4 times here in the last hour or two or day. Let me just check. Okay, let me bring that up even closer because this chart is not doing me justice. Okay, there we go. Now this is much better, much easier to see. Now from here on in, right here to my right is where the day started for yesterday, and it went all the way up from 58 cents to 61 cents. You're not going to get much more move from Tron Case right now. I don't see any move unless Bitcoin and Ethereum move, and that's what we'll take with them, though the other moves from the other coins. Dogecoin, one of the coins that I'm invested for the long term, looking to have some major gains, unbelievable gains in the near future, just as it is possible. At 20 cents a coin for Doge is a great buy. Will it hit again this high? Yes, it will. Will it surpass it? I believe it will. But if not, you have a chance of getting to at least 73 cents. It's going to hit that or more in the near future. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It will happen. Doge, I'm invested for the long term. I haven't cashed out yet, and I will continue to hold until I can see some hefty returns. Matic, Polygon. Here we go. Matic Polygon is at $1 coin. I believe it is undervalued. It is well below its value, actually, at $1. Yep, you see, before it popped up, you can see that most of the time it's above $1 value. Is it a good time to buy? For me, it is. It's a good time to invest in Matic Polygon. That looks one of the more promising ones, although I don't have a full chart to look at. I do have some information that is indicative of a possibility of going above that $2-ish range that it made back 2 months ago, I guess, in May. Now, in reference to the 15-minute chart, you can see it's on a consolidating path at dollar. It has gone above $1.05, but it goes right back down to $1.01, and it does it several times. This is still stalemate, and I'd say it's a good time to jump in when people are not worried about the stock. BAT is the basic attention token. It's worth 57 cents a share, a coin right now. And bit BAT at the 15-minute mark, you can see it's on an upward trend. Now, in reference to the daily chart, well, we can see much more. Is it on an upward trend? It seems to be right in here. Now, everything else looks like it's grounded. It's grounded. And it started when it started in 2021, March 3rd, it was at about 56 cents a share. And guess what? It's at 57 cents a share. So it's right there where it started back in March. Would I invest in this one? I would wait on this one. I'd say that Matic Polygon is my number one choice right now. It looks promising. It missed out on its goals during the last few weeks. However, most of the chart is above where it is right now, and that's the type of opportunity we all should be looking for. Now, one last thing. Let me just show you here quickly top crypto gainers and losers today. Now, Dash, DASS, is the top gainer, 586%. That's why these micro penny stocks go up a lot if you invest and see where it goes. However, look at the volume. Not a lot being traded. This is a gamble is pretty much what it is. And you can see that the volume here, as we go down, it can increase. Let's see if we can put it in order of volume. That's the lowest volume, and it had 57,000 coins traded, and it went up almost 61%. Now let's look at it the other way around. This one had 93 million coins traded. Splinterlands, SPS. It's at 84 cents. It went up almost 100%. Will it go back down? Most probably it will, but I'm not tracking a lot of these micro penny stocks. I don't know what they are capable of doing. I do know that if history repeats itself, it will go down. It will go down at least to half of what it is right now. And let's see what else is moving here. Yearn is finance, passive income. It's one of those companies that does loans, and through those loans, they make hefty money. They make very good money. Now, let's take a look at the opposite of this, and let's take a look at the losers. Let's see here if it posts. Let's see, gainers and losers. Where are my losers? Oh, they're here to the right. Look at that. I'm looking at the wrong place. So this is Crypto Village, Corgi Doge, real estate payment. I don't know what that is, but it lost 100%. And let's just take a look at the other way around. Here we go. Collective CO2 is at 71%. Now, why am I showing you this? There's a benefit to going red or going green. What does going green or going red mean? Going green is when it goes up. Going red is on the way down. There's an advantage to either side. Until you try it, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know if it's right for you. You don't know. You just don't know. You can lose it all, or you can gain double or triple the amount of whatever your investments are. This is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Please like, share, and subscribe, because if you share, you care. Have a good one, and until tomorrow.